General McChrystal, we do now have a moment where the page has been turned in Pakistan. We have a new government under Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, which has a whole new set of personnel, a new party, a new way of looking at the U.S.-Pakistan relationship, we think, some new ideas about India. And I'd be interested in your sense of Nawaz Sharif as a Pakistani leader. I'm going to ask Ambassador Haqqani the same thing. And then your thoughts about where the particular opportunities are in this next period with new leadership in terms of the U.S.
Sure. I do think we're at a pretty important inflection point, driven by a number of circumstances, to include the recent election, which was the first election in Pakistani history from a civilian government to a civilian government. They have never been able to complete a term before. And so being able to start a tradition of civilian leadership is critical. Pakistan, in my view, cannot continue with on-again, off-again military taking over leadership of the country. I think it's an important inflection point, and I think that if the role of the military can be shaped into something more appropriate. Pakistan's military became viewed by many Pakistanis with great respect, but within the military it became viewed as the essential organization. We think of George Washington as the essential man. The Pakistani military internally views themselves as the essential bulwark of Pakistani sovereignty, Pakistani pride, Pakistani freedom. And there's much less regard for the effectiveness of civilian Pakistani government than we would like in a good balance. Now, part of that's because Pakistani civilian government has not been impressive. But now I think Nawaz Sharif has the opportunity to potentially, like Erdogan has done in Turkey or other leaders have done, to reshape that balance a bit. Now, he's going to have to do it not just by controlling the military, he's also going to have, because I believe, and I may have a different view from the ambassador, when I deal with General Kiani or other military leaders in Pakistan, I don't see a bunch of duplicitous, dishonorable people. I see patriots who see the world through their lens and are trying to do what's right for their country. It might be different than what might be viewed by others, but I view it as pretty genuine. So he's going to have to shape that in a way that brings those two in better connection. Now, the question is, I don't know whether Nawaz Sharif can do it. I don't know him personally. I have read the histories of him, and when I was spending a lot of time in Pakistan, he was not in a position to be around. But we're asking an awful lot of a guy who's got a questionable background.